So you thinking of buying some smart home tech but don't know where to start? I got you covered. Let's just jump into it. Hello and welcome to Skool's Tech Talk, where we do tips, tricks, how-tos, and the occasional review of some of the hottest tech gadgets that are out there today. This video, we're going to go into some questions that I've had posed to me over the past week, getting into what folks should buy for smart home devices. Now, the most popular question I've had is, what should I buy? I don't know. You got to give me more. I need more info. But seriously, if you're looking someplace to start, obviously your smart home speakers are the way to go. Your Echoes, your Minis, your Shows, your Hubs. Any one of those devices are the best way to go. If it's someone that's never had anything as far as a smart home device, I'd start off basic. I'd go with your Google Mini or your Amazon Echo Dot. Can't go wrong with them. I'm a big fan of the Show 5. I think that has a little bit more flair and pizzazz with the screen on it, but that's just where I would start. The next popular question is, what do I get someone that already has a smart device? Well, the big question you should probably ask back is, which one do they have? If they have the Amazon or if they have the Google. So that way, if you want to get, say, a secondary device for another room for them, you know which family to be in. So you're not getting any confusion, or the person doesn't have two separate ecosystems going on. Another good thing to buy from light bulbs, they go with either one. Or smart plugs. Those work with either systems as well. Any one of those two devices would go perfectly with any smart home device. I've had a few people ask me, does it matter what smartphone they have, or if they even have a smartphone at all? It doesn't matter. I'm going to say you need at least a smartphone in order to use almost all these devices, but it doesn't matter which one you have. You can have an iPhone, you can have an Android phone. I will say, in my experience, I've come across some apps that work better on the iPhone or work better on the Android than the other one, but it still does what it's supposed to do as far as functionality. So I would say, if you're worried about what type of phone the person has, or if they have a particular type of tablet, don't concern yourself with it. Just stick with what you feel is going to be best. Going back to the second question of another speaker, plugs, or light bulbs. One question that keeps popping up on a fairly regular basis is the privacy issue. Yes, you do give up a fair amount of privacy because you're consistently submitting information to these smart applications. But if you think that just using email doesn't give you up your privacy, you're a little misled on that one. Also, if you have a smartphone, it's listening to you all the time. Whether you think it isn't or is, it is. There's times I've had conversation with folks at work over a particular YouTube channel. Next thing I know, I'm going into my feed and it's in there, and I've never watched it, ever. So yeah, you're giving up some, but I think if you look really hard, you've already given up quite a bit just having a smartphone. As far as recommendations, because I've had that, what would I recommend for particular products? I would say anything from Philips, LifeX. They're really good as far as bulbs and other devices. Plugs, I've used Wemo and TP-Link, very reliable products as well. The Nest series tends to work better with Google because Google owns them. And anything from Ring tends to work better with Amazon than it does with Google Home. Not saying that they won't work, they definitely work, but the software in the back end, without getting super technical, tends to be geared more towards the device. So Ring, where they are an Amazon company, tends to design better because they have that available in-house. And same thing with Nest, where they are owned by Google, they have all that in-house. So of course, if you have the available tools, to work with a particular platform, you're going to be much better at it. But don't let it stop you from buying to integrate into another system. Now, to make it really simple, I would start with a smart assistant. So I would start with an Echo or a Google Home. If they have that, I would move over to light bulbs, because everybody likes that. It's a fun little trick to be like, hey, turn off lights, turn them on. Next, I would go with smart plugs. Then I would look into cameras. So that would be the natural progression I would go. So if you have someone that you want to try to build along for, or someone that's already in the process of building their own smart home, see where they're at in those stages. And then that'll give you a better idea what you should get them for a gift. Of course, everybody asks about pricing. We all do. We all want to make sure we're getting the best value for our dollar. This time of year, almost everything's going to be a value. Everything is anywhere from 20% off to 50% off, depending on what device you're looking at. There's the rare creatures that, because they came out so recent, the prices might not be as deep a discount, but you're going to get just about everything cheap. And I hate to use the word cheap because it kind of devalues the product, but that's where you're at. Even the Echo Show 8, which I currently have on house, right over there. Yeah, that thing right there. That goes for $129, and right now it's at $79 on Amazon at the time of making this video, and it could go even lower because we're in that time of shopping where everything gets discounted. You'll get a good price no matter what you pick up at this point. Now, if I missed anything or if you have any other questions, absolutely leave them in the comment section down below, or you can reach out to me over on Twitter at Skool's Tech Talk. And I answer everybody. If I don't know the answer, I'll absolutely research it for you, and I'll get back to you as quick as I can. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.